Same.
I was diagnosed in my mid-30s, which prompted a lot of thinking and reflection on how I work best, my career, my life, how I see systems, why certain organizations, why places built for neurotypicals don't feel so misaligned. And it has been a big part of my journey as an entrepreneur, has been understanding that about myself. So I've always noticed, like you said, those connections between patterns that weren't there, that others maybe aren't naming, connections between things that seemingly are disconnected, and sort of asking why that's the case. Those connections are connecting things like that sometimes, like different areas of the go-to-market, for example. Why do we come in an agency setting and you say that you have a lead problem and you just want more campaigns and you want to add more ad budget, or events or whatever channel, but then I ask what the strategy is, and we don't have really any sort of strategy notated down to actually why we're going to do that in the first place. So to me, that's an obvious connection that should be there. Feels obvious, but apparently that's not always the case, which is fine. It's hard to articulate sometimes why that is the case. That's why I like to lean on analogies with it when I'm explaining different things. But as far as the pattern recognition, I have always been able to see that before it's comfortable to talk about sometimes.
Yeah.
And being one that is not shy about saying it, no matter who's on the other end of that. And that can go different ways, but as long as you come from a professional, respectful way, it earns trust and buy-in from different stakeholders that you're talking to. So I built confidence really in doing that, and with teammates, talking to clients, talking to other leaders, executives about that, because I recognize that we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah.
And so seeing these different patterns across teams and things in corporate environments, it feels like friction to ask uncomfortable questions, but it's important to be able to do that. So as long as you come at it, my intent is always honesty, integrity, it's problem solving. It's how do we come together to form a better whole and to find a solution for these challenges that we have. So that neurodivergence, is a strength, in, like you said, in systems and go-to-market work, where things either make sense or they don't, and you can see that. So those small misalignments that happen upstream, they compound quickly. And if you can catch that upstream, if you can fix it upstream, those ripple effects will also be felt throughout the organization. If not, then buyers feel the inconsistency. You know what happens there. So noticing things like language shifts, body language, changes in how value is perceived among different teams or the audience. That neurodivergence in terms of the consulting and go-to-market work, to me, it's an edge. And it answers the question for me why I'm always obsessed with clarity and coherence among these things and systems that I've always sort of felt but never really knew how to say. So getting that answer has been helpful, not just in the actual work, but in understanding why I do that work and why I like it.